At the start of the film, Jack told us that he believed he was the greatest treasure hunter in the world because he had discovered things that no one could have ever imagined. That was why Jack spent most of his time deep beneath the sea, searching for treasures underwater. He always carried out these missions alone because Jack never liked working under anyone. But then, a catastrophe struck the Earth, a pandemic called solar flare. Because of it, the world spent most of its time in darkness. 6 years after the solar flare, the world was still devastated, but Jack was always prepared for such times. He continued searching for things on behalf of people, though now the dangers had grown even greater. One day, Jack came to a penthouse where he hoped to find something important. He entered the abandoned hotel, climbed up to the penthouse, and began inspecting the shelves. There he discovered the entrance to a secret room. Jack placed charges on it, and when they exploded, the door opened. Stepping inside, he connected his own power source to the wires, bringing electricity back to the devices so he could unlock the high-tech safe. Soon he found a strange machine. Using an infrared light, Jack revealed fingerprints that formed words. Rearranging them into a code, he entered it into the machine. A box opened, and inside, Jack discovered a special violin. He picked it up and began to play. From the music, the safe unlocked, revealing money and other valuables. But in this world, money meant nothing. The only thing Jack truly wanted was that violin, a rare piece from the 17th century. Just then, Jack heard noises outside. When he went out, he saw several officers arriving, but quickly realized they weren't police. They were thugs of the sun. The thugs demanded the violin from Jack. Jack replied, "If you have the guts, try to take it," and pulled out his gun. A brutal fight broke out, and Jack killed them all, one by one, like dogs. A short while later, Jack reached a heavily guarded factory. Inside, he met a woman named Danny. Jack handed her the violin.
Danny told him that no one before had ever managed to find this object, and that King August had another special mission for him. Jack asked, "Why does August call himself king?" Danny explained that he protected and looked after all the people here, which was why he liked to call himself king. She added that the king could explain the next mission himself and would give Jack whatever he wanted in return, a chance to start a new life. But for this mission, Jack would have to leave the country. Jack replied that the outside world was far more dangerous, and his priority would be saving his own life. He then said goodbye and left. Later, Danny met Obash. Obash already knew Jack must have refused. He said, "In this world, everyone wants something. Find out what Jack wants so that he cannot refuse our work." Sometime later, Jack wandered further into the ruined world and slipped into an abandoned dock. There, he secretly lived inside a broken boat, setting many traps to keep intruders away. At home, Jack fed his dog. August had provided him with good food and other daily supplies. Jack also played the music CD he had taken from the penthouse, listening to it until night. When night fell, the lights outside the boat looked beautiful. That night, Jack dreamed of sailing his own boat across the world, something he had always wanted. In his dream, he felt as though he was in another corner of the earth. The next morning, Jack heard noises outside the boat. When he went out, he saw a soldier tied up. Jack asked, "Who are you?" The soldier replied, "August is here to meet you." Then Jack went out and met the king. The king explained that he had already sent many people to find the item, but none had succeeded. He said, "I know only you can do this." Jack asked what he wanted. The king answered, "I want the Mona Lisa." Jack said, "That famous painting was in Paris. The very first attack in the world happened there. The government must have hidden it, and no one knows where." Dr. King explained that he had built a massive wall here to protect his people from the dangers outside. He had also learned about a huge vault. He wanted Jack to travel to Paris, retrieve the Mona Lisa from the vault, and in exchange, he would give Jack a large boat, the one standing right behind him. Jack said he didn't want any more danger in his life. The king assured him, "In this mission, I will give you everything. A plane will take you to Paris, and once you return with the Mona Lisa, you can travel the entire world by boat." The idea of the boat appealed to Jack because he was tired of living alone on one his whole life. That's why he finally agreed. Jack packed up his belongings, returned to his boat, and said goodbye to his dog. He told Danny to take care of the dog if anything happened to him, because otherwise there would be no one left to look after it. Danny agreed.
Jack moved ahead and reached King's airbase. There, King explained the mission. First, Jack had to land in a small village near Paris. From there, he would secretly travel to the City of Sand campaign. To help him, King had arranged a contact who would find Jack on his own and stay with him throughout the mission. Jack agreed. Soon after, a young pilot took him on a plane. Most planes in the world had been grounded for years, but this boy had carefully restored one to working condition. During the flight, Jack fell asleep and dreamed again. He was on his boat together with his life partner. Jack always longed for a woman to share his life with. But suddenly, the plane came under attack. The attack was launched by General Volko, a cruel warlord who ruled Paris at that time. His fighter plane struck Jack's aircraft. The young pilot told Jack to jump out with a parachute. Jack parachuted down, released the chute, and moved ahead on foot. What he saw was horrifying. Civilians were being brutally slaughtered. A tank operator spotted him and prepared to fire, but just then, rebels opposing Volko destroyed the tank with a bomb, killing the driver. Meanwhile, we were introduced to General Volko. He was extremely cruel. He sat a boy across from him to play chess and explained how during his years in prison he had mastered chess and become cunning. But when the boy made a wrong move, Volko realized he didn't know the game and killed him on the spot. Volko's ally, Dan, arrived and reported that an American plane had crashed in their territory and one man had parachuted down. Volko ordered a nationwide search and prepared to travel by train to hunt him down. Jack, meanwhile, moved deeper into the city. The conditions there were miserable. Volko's soldiers terrorized the people, gave them very little food, and killed anyone who resisted. 3 soldiers captured Jack and demanded his bag. Jack fought them off, but just as one thug was about to kill him, a girl named Clea slit the attacker's throat. Jack realized Clea had been sent by King. He asked, "How long have you been following me?" Clea replied, "Since the moment you parachuted down." Together, they moved ahead, hiding within the crowd. But General Tommy spotted Jack. A little later, Jack and Clea reached a church where they met a priest willing to help them. Jack was shaken. He had never faced so many life-threatening attacks before. The priest said, "This is only the beginning." He then showed them a heavily modified truck he had built and gave them a map marking the safe's location. He warned that cannibals might be present near that place. Along with the map was a cipher code. Jack understood it was meant to decode the safe's coordinates. As they prepared to leave, Clea treated Jack's wounds. Jack admitted, "Maybe I shouldn't have come here. This place is far too dangerous." Clea reassured him, "King trusts you completely. He believes you'll find Mona. His network is global. My job is just to get you there." At that moment, Tommy arrived with many officers, demanding they come out. The priest told Jack and Clea, "I'll distract them, take the map, and go." Outside, Tommy confronted the priest, accusing him of helping rebels. The priest denied nothing, and when armed soldiers entered the church, he declared, "Bringing guns into a church is a sin, and you will pay for it." He shot Tommy, wounding him, but was then gunned down himself. Inside, Clea killed the soldiers who rushed in. Jack and Clea escaped in the priest's truck, blasting their way out. The truck was bulletproof and even capable of jumping obstacles. Using its strength, Jack evaded tanks and enemy fire, and together they set off toward the city of Sully. Elsewhere, Donnie spoke with King, saying, "My father died on a mission just like Jack's." King replied, "You know how important this mission is. It's about saving the world." Later, Jack and Clea rested. Jack asked, "Why are you ready to die for that painting? Something feels off." Clea answered, "Just like you love your boat, maybe King loves the painting. Donnie's father also died searching for it. Everyone who comes here is killed by Volko. He too seeks the vault. It's not just about a painting. The government stored powerful weapons in it as well. Volko wants those weapons to grow stronger. We rebels want them to fight back. That's why we need your help." Jack said, "Fine, I just want my boat." Clea handed him a small carved boat as good luck for the mission. Jack smiled. Meanwhile, Volko and Donnie traveled by train. They heard reports that the American had escaped thanks to a priest. Tommy admitted he had failed, despite having men and tanks. Volko, furious at his weakness, killed Tommy and ordered his men to track down the rebels. Jack and Clea reached an abandoned prison. Clea warned him, this place once held cannibals. From a nearby building, strange noises echoed. Determined to finish the mission quickly, they went inside and located the vault. But it was empty. Blood stains and bullet marks showed it had already been raided, likely by the government. Searching further, they found the office of Stephen, the facility's chief officer. Inside a hidden box, they discovered a diary containing coordinates for another airbase. Matching cipher codes from the diary with the map, Jack uncovered the location of a place called Shamsher Fort. But before they could leave, cannibals swarmed in. Jack planted a bomb inside a glass cup, lured them close, and blew them up. He and Clea escaped. Clea contacted the rebels, telling them Mona Lisa might be in Shamsher Fort. At the same time, Volko reached the prison, found the diary, and learned about the airbase. On the map, he also spotted marks pointing to Shamsher Fort. Clea's fingerprints gave it away. He realized they were headed there too. He killed the cannibals and moved on. Jack and Clea arrived at the fort. Though in ruins, electricity still worked. Studying blueprints, they found the vault's location, sealed from the outside, but accessible through a secret passage. First, however, they needed to shut down a giant fan. Clea said, "I'll destroy the solar panels to cut the power." Jack tied himself to a rope and dangled over the fan, waiting, but the rope began to snap. Just in time, Clea fired missiles at the panels, destroying them. The power went out, the fan stopped, and Jack survived. He swam through an underwater passage, broke a grill, and entered the vault. What he found shocked him. Inside was the Mona Lisa, not a painting, but a nuclear bomb. Clea revealed she knew the truth. If King had told you, you'd never have come. This bomb was built by America, meant to be used on Japan. Later, they abandoned the plan. Without this safe key, it's useless. But Volko wants it. With this bomb, he can destroy the world. King wanted it kept safe. Jack said, "I don't trust King or Volko." Clea replied, "Still, you helped us stop Volko. Thank you. Jack said firmly, I don't want people dying because of this. He left. The rebels arrived, and Clea handed them the bomb and the safe key. But Voko ambushed them on the train, killing them all, destroying their truck, and capturing the bomb with the key. He was overjoyed. Meanwhile, Jack, holding Clea's small wooden boat, realized she truly wanted to save humanity. He returned to find the rebels slaughtered and Clea wounded. She confessed, "You were right. We shouldn't have searched for this. I deceived you, and now Voko has the bomb. He can destroy the world." Jack replied, "I still have a plan. We'll blow up the entire train." They prepared together. Jack planted bombs in a weapons factory and destroyed it, preventing further terror. By evening, they reached the train. Inside, Voko and Dan played chess. Jack jumped aboard, fought through soldiers, and confronted Voko. Voko overpowered him. But Jack stabbed his hand and escaped. Meanwhile, Clea planted a massive bomb on the bridge ahead. Jack seized the safe key, saying, "This is all I need. Mona Lisa means nothing to me." As the train crossed the bridge, the explosives detonated. The entire train plunged and exploded. Clea, believing Jack was dead, grieved, until Jack appeared from behind. Overjoyed, they confessed their love. Because Jack had the safe key, the nuclear bomb did not detonate in a chain reaction. 2 days later, Jack returned to King. King was relieved to see him alive. Jack reported, "Mona Lisa now lies destroyed in a gorge. My mission failed." King replied, "That's good news. The world is safe." Jack said, "I don't want to take on any more missions." King agreed, "With Voko dead, you don't need to. Now you can sail your boat across the world." Later, Jack was seen on his boat, with Clea by his side. They kissed, setting out to travel the world together. Post-credit scene. King entered his private vault, placing the safe key inside. There we discovered the shocking truth. The real Mona Lisa painting had been with King all along.